Hi, I'm Johnny, this is Comics Altruism, and I have an exciting new update. A lot of you have noticed that I've been deathly silent for the last couple months or so. I tried raising some funds for Wounded Warrior Project for Edwin the Comic Jabroni. Didn't really work out, so I decided to put it back on hiatus until this whole global economic situation has kind of righted itself. Who knows when that'll be? It'll be sometime in 2021, I know that much. But either way, Comics Altruism is not dead. It just smells funny. We'll be back. But I'm guessing up there, that artist there is Chad LeDuc, and he's one of my favorite artists living for the last 20 years or so, maybe slightly less. And he was recently published for illustrating a children's book. I made some comment about how he's my favorite living artist or whatever, and he happened to catch wind of that, so he contacted me and he asked if I wanted to collaborate. And it's weird because he didn't know that I actually write, like, aside from music, because he knows me from way back then. So he pitched me an idea, and I started working on it for about a day or so. And then he pitched me his real idea. And so I started to work on that like crazy. I was able to finish a comic book. And the first issue of the idea that he pitched me, finished it in, it was about a day plus 2 half days worth of writing. Managed to finish that up, send it over to him. Within like a week, he had the entire issue sketched, most of it penciled, and he showed me a sample of inking as well. So by this point, because we're looking at about a month after that whole thing started, basically has the entire issue at least well on the way to being finished inking. So that's exciting, right? So that's why I'm here with this new contest. We need to start a social media campaign because we are going to be launching a Kickstarter in January. We're not sure when in January exactly, but it will be happening. And the project will almost definitely succeed based on all the research that I've done and how Kickstarter works and everything. I've been listening tirelessly to Tyler James' podcast, Comics Launch, his website and everything. It's all solid stuff. And our goal is going to be modest enough that it'll be almost inevitable that we reach that goal. Without any further ado, here's what I want from you in this contest. We've got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We've got an email list. Those are the only things that we've got for social media thus far. But I want you to go and join our Facebook page. If you do that, I'm going to enter you to win this set here. It's really good. For some reason, I couldn't sell it, though, for charity. But this is Stephen King, The Dark Tower, Treachery arc. And, oh yeah, so that first issue there, signed by Jay Lee there at the bottom. That's worth something in itself. And then there's issue number 3. I've already shown these off before because I won them from, it was my first contest win actually, but there we go. And then the last 2, 5, and 6. So if you sign up for our Facebook page, you'll get updates on the progress of our whole project and everything. You'll be entered to win that. Now the next one is a little bit better, and I'm kind of like ramping these up as I'm going along because Twitter, like Facebook pages are great for reaching out to your possible customers and your possible fans and everything, but it doesn't really accomplish much as far as Kickstarter launches go, apparently. I don't know, that's what I've been told. So this one is for Twitter, and all of these links will be below. This book here kind of picked up a little bit. Excalibur number 1, Thor number 1 from, I want to say 2014, don't quote me on that. We've got this one again, like, had heat for some reason, but what if the alien costume had possessed Spider-Man? What if number 4 from the 90s? And then this, and don't freak out, it's the facsimile. But if you've looked on eBay, the facsimile is actually going for quite a bit of money. It's all over the place though, like some people have been able to get it for 10, other people are selling it for like 50. But yeah, those 4 books are for if you go and you sign up for our Twitter account and then message me by, I guess, Instagram. But if you can, direct message me on Twitter. Do that. Just say, I'm here for the contest. And also to check out our cool stuff. Alright, so the next one is an email list, which is apparently essential. And I know for a fact I'm going to be adding way more awesome stuff to this. But here's what I've got so far anyway. Tales to Astonish number 1. That's a reprint of Submariner number 1. Most of you are probably never going to be able to afford the original Submariner number 1, at least not in this condition, so that's cool. And then because the project itself which I haven't told you about, has something to do with a monster. We got Man-Thing #1. This just because. Avengers 223. I happen to find a good copy of it, so. Next up, we have the Instagram. You go over there and you follow us on Instagram. Again, all the links for this are going to be below. And then there's going to be posts within each of the social media platforms, probably cross-referencing all of these ones that I'm talking about. So Instagram, if you go and follow us there, you'll be entered for Spider-Man 1, just recently picked up heat. I don't know why, because when you throw facsimile into the whole situation, it actually dilutes the whole pool of Spider-Man #1, which was already like 1 million copies. But yeah, this one has always kind of been worth a little something. Amazing Spider-Man 365. And then there's this one, which I've shown off several times, but I'm finally giving it away. Amazing Spider-Man 346, signed by Randy Emberlin. Now the last one, this is the creme de la creme, and I should probably have my head x-rayed, but if you tag in our post for Instagram to go and follow us at this, I'll link you up in a second. If you tag 3 friends in order to send them over to us to follow our creative outlet, putting you in for a draw for this. Fantastic Four, number 65. I'm guessing that's like a 5.0 on the lower end, maybe even 5.5. We'll say 5.0 to be safe. So yeah, that's a pretty penny right there. Huh? So I'll go over this again. We want you to follow our Facebook page for that Stephen King set. We got a bunch of random stuff if you go and follow us on Twitter. We got a bunch of other random stuff if you follow us on Instagram. We got a bunch of other random stuff if you go onto our mailing list, which is, there will be a post for that too. All you got to do is email us, say you want in on the contest. That's why you're subscribing to our mailing list, and we'll throw you in for that. And then the last one was Fantastic Four 65. If you tag 3 friends to send us over, there will be a post on Instagram for that too. Easy peasy. So the project is Sasquatch. We are making a comic book about Sasquatch, and I'm going to read off the full synopsis while I probably display the pared down version of it that I put up on Instagram. It's the beginning of the Klondike Gold Rush as a group of impoverished Canadian families blaze new trails through northern Alberta and the Yukon. Haunted by personal demons and devastating new tribulations, they must escape with their lives. But who is the greater enemy? Is it the unseen beasts who hunt them, or is it the abomination within? Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of threw that together. So it's about Sasquatch. That's all you need to know. All the links are down below. Go and follow us all across social media and you'll be entered into each of those. There will be more prizes coming. There is a grand prize if and when we reach our Kickstarter goal. And I'm going to point over here. And it's going to be something like that. It's going to be a double-signed CGC, probably variant copy if we end up making enough money from the Kickstarter to have a variant cover. Then it'll just be like whatever we decide to throw into the different Kickstarter tiers. You're just basically going to get a box of like total nerdgasm for this comic that should be pretty solid. Alright, thanks for watching. Comment below if you have any questions. Otherwise, go check me out, Comics Altruism, on Instagram, and all this stuff will be posted in the next however many days. I'll be going one day at a time. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.